Hey guys, what's up? This is Alex with a new background, so I'm hoping that this will help some of the kind of rendering issues that YouTube has with the black of my desk, so I'm hoping that this white cloth will fix it. So not only that, but I also have the review of the SwitchEasy Canvas. So let's go ahead and get into the review. There are a lot of pros and a few cons. It was kind of hard to come up with a few cons because the case is a very nice case overall, but let's go ahead and get into the pros. Alright, so my first pro is the stand itself. It actually has a very nice feel to it, has a very nice design right here, and actually has no ridges at all, which I really like. I don't really like the cases where it has big indents in the top part of the case for the stand itself. So it actually has no indents at all, it just has a very nice design right here. Here's the pattern itself. You can see that some parts actually go inside of the case and then other parts are kind of raised, but it is a very nice feel. It is microfiber as far as I'm aware, at least that's what it said on the box, and it does give a very nice feel, and I do like that it has absolutely no big indentations like some cases do for the stand itself. Alright, so underneath the iPad itself there is some Velcro, as you can kind of hear. One con that I did have with this is that it does feel like it's giving out even after just about a week of use, but it's not a big deal. It is just kind of to keep the iPad in place, but it won't actually hinder the device's functionality. On the back we can see cutouts for the camera and the lock button. Also on the side we can see a orientation or mute switch, however you have that configured, and volume button cutouts, and on the bottom you can see that there is a dock connector cutout and there is a speaker grill. The case also does have the auto on-off function that was introduced in the iPad 2, so that is very nice as well, that they do have that function built in. The case overall does have a very nice feel to it. It has kind of a leather feel to it. Also, it has a very high build quality. I don't think that this would really come apart during any part of your usage of it, probably within the first 2 to 3 years, assuming that you don't treat it very badly or it's not dropped very often. I do think this would probably protect the iPad pretty well, considering it does have screen protection as well as back protection. And it is also very thin, as you can see. The iPad itself is only about that thick, while the case itself is about that much thicker. So it is not very thick at all. There aren't very many cons for this case, but I do have to point out a couple of things. On the front of the case, it is covered in little tiny holes, which is just to be expected with the type of material that they are using in this case. But the con with it is that little dust particles and stuff can hide in there, and considering I do use my iPad at school, it kind of got this weird look on it, but it was easily cleanable, so it's not a super big deal. One other con I did have with it was that the top and the bottom of the case weren't exactly lined up with the iPad itself, so the magnets for the on and off function of it were not working very well. But this was fixed after just wearing it in a bit and kind of repositioning it, so it works completely fine now, as you can see. The final con I had with this case was that it does leave the pattern on the front flap of the case on the screen, but it's not a super big deal since it does clean most big smudges away off of your screen anyway, so it's not really a big deal, and if you want you can just take a microfiber cloth and wipe it off. It's really not a big deal. It didn't bother me too much, but I felt that I needed to mention it in the con section of the review. Alright, so that's my review of the SwitchEasy Canvas, guys. This is available on the iPad 2, the iPad 3, and it also supports the iPad 4th generation with the Lightning connector. This case retails on SwitchEasy's website for $50. Go ahead and go check it out. It comes in multiple different colors and not just the black version that you see here. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure you subscribe to iAppleSource. Make sure you're following my Twitter as well as iAppleSource for weekly tech videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.